Hi, I'm Dixie Agostino with Switch Gears Search and Recruiting. Today we're going to be talking about video 8 of our Step Up Your Hiring Game video series, which is the phone screen. So what we're doing is when we have a great candidate that looks on paper to be fantastic, we're setting up a 30-minute call to go over a couple of things with them. And the first screening tool of this phone screen interview is that we've booked this call. So if we tell them, I need you to call me at this number at 3 o'clock, and they don't do that, well, you've saved yourself a whole lot of time and energy down the road. At the same time, if you've said that you're going to call them at a certain number at 3 o'clock, you need to do that, because that absolutely sends a terrible message from the very beginning if you don't do what you say you're going to do. But if you do, you can set the standard and the stage very early that this is a company that does, and I as a manager do what I say I'm going to do. So what you're going to be asking is, and the reason that we're asking this is because people will answer open-ended questions usually pretty candidly. So you'll be surprised what you hear. We're first asking them what their goals are. When we built the scorecard, we had an opportunity to really understand like what we need in this position. So if we absolutely have to have someone in this position to get full ROI because it takes that long for someone to become excellent, and they say their goal is to get promoted in a year, then this is probably not the person for us. So we can just get through that process right then. We nailed it on the first question. However, we should probably make sure that we really need 3 years of time, but we've already done that, so that's good to go. We're also going to ask them what they're good at. If what they're good at doesn't match the job, then we're done there. And if what they're not good at doesn't match the job, for instance, if they're not good at something that's imperative to the job, so this seems so basic and so almost unnecessary, but you'd be very surprised, and this sets the stage immediately for you to know without any preconceived notions that this is truly what they want, because you're just asking them really simple questions. Number 4 is we're going to say, hey, when I call your last 5 bosses, where will they rank you on a scale of 1 to 10? So that person that you're evaluating knows from absolutely, before they even come in to interview, that this is your system. And so this is a little secret. If someone ranks themselves at a 8 to 10, that's okay. If they rate themselves as a 7, that's a neutral. And if they rate themselves as a 1 to a 6, this is a huge red flag, and it's probably not going to go well. So on our next video, we're going to be talking about the more in-depth top grading / structured interview, and how, but we want to get through this so that we don't go into a really long interview process with a panel of multiple people for someone that doesn't meet our basic requirements. One of the quotes I love is from Paul Russell, who is the Director of Learning and Leadership over at Google. He says, development can help great people get even better, but if I had $1 to spend, I'd spend 70 cents getting the right person in the door. And that's his department. You'd think he'd want all the money going through his department possible for training and development. But trust me, you get the biggest bang for your buck by getting the right people in. So if this is good information, you can reach out to us at info@switchgearrecruiting.com for your free and complimentary hiring process audit if you qualify. Thanks, and I hope this helps.